Go.
So in my last video, we talked about how the note and the mortgage have to stay together. The two are inseparable to be enforceable. That's found at 12 USC 2601, which is RESPA, and 15 USC 1601, which is TILA, Truth in Lending Act. These two United States Code laws specify that the mortgage without the note sits null and void. Basically, the note is the loan agreement and the mortgage backs the note. The mortgage is a contractual agreement that backs the note. Now, the two together are called the ratification of commencement. That's just a fancy way to say that it starts something. It is the object that starts something. This contract with wet ink signatures is the contract that begins something. So if you don't have the original or a certified copy with the custodian's signature and the date on it of who's holding the original, then you don't have a validation for your claim. So if a bank comes to you and says that, hey, you owe us all of this money, it would be unwise to not ask them to prove up or verify their claim. If you end up just paying that bank who doesn't verify their claim, and then the true claimant comes to you later on and shows you the ratification of commencement, then you pay twice. Once for your ignorance, and a second time because you're a good person and you're paying your bills.
Okay.
So basically, the ratification of commencement is what gives somebody standing to sue or standing to collect on a debt. If that's not present, they don't have standing, and they're not able or entitled to enforce the note. Now, the person who holds the ratification of commencement and who has standing to sue is called the real party in interest. Basically, if you are the real party in interest, you're claiming that you possess the original note and mortgage. Hawaii Rules of Civil Procedure, Rule 17, says every action shall be prosecuted in the name of the real party in interest. So, no action can be prosecuted in any other name. If you don't have interest in the note and mortgage and prove it by having the original, then you're out of luck. If the plaintiff in my case is not the real party in interest because he or it doesn't have the ratification of commencement, then the court lacks jurisdiction to hear the case. Hawaii Rules of Civil Procedure 12H3 says, whenever it appears that the court lacks jurisdiction of subject matter, the court shall dismiss the action.
I want to see that. One.
Aside from the United States codes that I'm citing, I know I'm citing Hawaiian law. It correlates closely to the United States codes, and I'm doing that because all I'm really doing in these videos is sharing my personal experience. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not here to give advice. All I'm doing is pointing out some laws and letting you know what happened to me.